Hey boys. Well, apparently my videos talking about the Jews didn't go over very well with my my subscriber base, so that experiment didn't work out too well. I don't know if it's because if it's because I don't really know what I'm talking about, or if it's because the uncomfortable truth that nobody talks about is just I bring it up and it's not very attractive, like that song, tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. My suspicion kind of lends more toward that, is that people just like to be lied to. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Once the truth starts to get discussed, people are just turned off by it, because there's so many liars that'll tell them what they want to hear that it's like, change the channel. I want to hear those sweet lies. I'm not really into getting down to brass tacks and truth about stuff like the Jews and stuff. I don't want to start talking about the truth. I just like the lies, And again, there's so many liars to choose from, so many other options than the truth, So my main question that I couldn't get anybody to bite was asking, like, well, where should all this supposed U.S. tax dollars that are going to Israel, where should all that money go? And I can't get like one person to defend this idea about putting the money somewhere else. Like, where? Put it to where? Put it to what? Now again, I'm not asking this question because I'm defending the idea of all this money, U.S. tax dollars going to Israel. I'm not asking the question because I'm trying to defend the idea. But what I am doing is I'm telling you that, that it doesn't matter where all that money goes, because if it's not gonna go to one stupid thing, it's gonna go to another stupid thing. Look at all the stupid shit that our government spends all this money on. It's who is gonna, anyways, whatever. So yeah, nobody wants to go there. It's the lies. It's sweet lies. The sweet lies sound so much more juicy and wonderful. Sweet lies. And there's so many sweet little liars to choose from that are gonna tell you everything that your heart desires to hear. And that's what all this competition is. This online competition is who can tell their audience who is the best soothsayer that's going to say. It's the same with the churches. Same with churches. All these churches nationwide, it's this massive competition where which preacher is the best soothsayer, can bring in the most. And Joel Osteen is one of the top. I mean, that motherfucker, he's just one of the master soothsayers, It's all about lies. Everywhere liars, So anyways, so even though according to what I'm told, everybody's talking about the Jews. That's what I'm told. Everybody loves to talk about the Jews, I'm starting to question this now, though. I'm like, is it true that everybody just loves to complain about the Jews? Is that true, or am I being lied to? Is there something else going on that I'm, some sleight of hand trick? Because I don't see anybody loving the idea of talking about the Jews on my channel. Maybe I'm approaching it the wrong way. Maybe I'm supposed to, maybe my opinion on the subject of the Jews is the wrong opinion. It's not popular, right? So anyway, whatever. What the fuck ever, dude. The fucking Jews. So dumb, dude. It's the stupidest. Whatever. It doesn't matter how stupid it is because we live in idiocracy. The stupider things are, the better. The stupider, the better, dude. And I guess I just don't have the heart to sink to such low levels of stupidity. I just don't have it in me. No matter how much I might want, no matter how much I try, I just don't have it in me. I don't know what it is. It's not because I'm intelligent, I'll tell you that. It's not because I'm intelligent. I'm just another bozo on the bus that just happens to have an opinion that's different from the majority. So, whatever. So anyways, we'll go back to the trailer trash talk. So, been working on my little project here. It's coming together a little bit at a time. Getting close to being done. I mean, it's done. It's done. It's just the shit that I have left to do is just boring stuff. Everything else is done. It's all done. I gotta clean up about 4 or 5 carpet squares. It looks like they're about 2 feet wide by 3.5 feet, something like that. So I gotta clean about probably 4 or 5 more carpet squares and then just tack them in. What else? Then I gotta wait. I got some stuff coming in on Amazon. It's not gonna be here for another 5 fucking. Wait, is it 5? No, over 2 weeks. I mean, these guys, are fucking. Amazon just pisses me off. So, anyways, but yeah, the carpet squares. I'm looking around. What else? Oh well, the only other thing after the carpet squares that appears to be. And the Amazon items I got coming is the outside, like organizing my totes. I want to organize my totes and consolidate my totes so that I have a minimum amount of outdoor totes. Then I'm going to label them. I really would like to have no more than 4 or 5 totes. Then I'm going to label them, organize, consolidate, and label them. And then one thing that I like to do with my totes is like get a piece of plywood that's like the size of the tote and set it on top of the lid so that the tote can also be used as like a table. So I've got some extra wood out there I'm going to be cutting up to fit, over the totes. So that the totes kind of act as tabletops. So I can do shit and work on shit and whatever. So yeah, organize the totes. And so the way I have my whole like plan and layout with the trailer, just like my last one. And it worked good with my last trailer. I just want to refine it so that it's even more efficient. So when it's time to pack up and go, and hitch the trailer onto the vehicle and drive off, all I do is grab my totes. My totes go inside here. And then I kind of got to put a little bit of stuff away so shit doesn't fall, like the DVDs or whatever. But what I'd like to do too is like make, oops, sorry about that, boys. Is like make a little, like for example with this, because I have a bunch of paneling, wall paneling, and like cut wall paneling that fits this, and then make it to where I can just like easily attach it, so that when I have to go, when I got to hitch the trailer and go, I can just attach the kind of like the plate that goes over this shelf, and it just attaches. That way, when I'm driving, all the Blu-rays and DVDs don't come crashing down. And then do that with any other shelves, just like have a thing that attaches to hold everything in place so nothing falls down. And that would be pretty easy to do. But yeah, so if I do that, that would be ideal. Then I just keep store the plates for these shelves outside, and then when it's time to go, bring the plates in, attach them to the shelves, and then bring the totes in. The totes get stacked up on the floor, and that's it. Then I hook up, or well, unplug and blah blah blah. Hook up to the trailer to the vehicle and fucking go. And but yeah, so I do want to work on the outside a little bit, just the totes, organizing the totes to make it very efficient. Everything in here, the functionality of everything in here is pretty much efficient at this point, with the exception of getting these items from Amazon. But the functionality of everything in here is like, I finally started using the fucking kitchen, and it works good enough. It works fine. There's some minor annoyances, but I mean, I cooked spaghetti last night. I cooked spaghetti the night before. I fucking went into my cupboards. I wanted to make mac and cheese, chili cheese, macaroni, chili cheese, whatever. And all my boxes of fucking macaroni had weevils in them. So that's another thing I gotta do. I gotta go and take all the food out and fucking clean that fucking cupboard, because weevils, they spread pretty quickly. And luckily I don't really have much that weevils can get into except for the macaroni and cheese. So I threw all that away. But right now I don't have any other food that the weevils can get into, so I'm kind of like, I mean, it's just one more thing. Oh my gosh, but that's another thing I gotta do. Go into these cupboards, take everything out, get the fucking bleach, Clorox bleach and all this shit, and fucking clean these fucking cupboards, like, and get rid of any other potential food that could have weevils. Throw it away. Never ends, my friends. It never ends. And I've been working a little bit. I worked for like 4 hours yesterday. So I've been working a little bit, not much though. But yeah, no, this is pretty much done. I kind of just got to go back to the drawing board and make a little list of what I need to do, and then just get up off of my ass. And I don't really like the carpet cleaning thing. It's not very fun. It's super, like, lame. But I only need 4 or 5 carpet squares. So that could take me about an hour and a half to do 4 or 5 carpet squares. Clean them real good, Well, the black mold. That's the only thing. Those little spots of black mold. I want them gone. And but I'm sure that the black mold is already dead, because it's been fucking baking out in this 115-degree weather for over 2 weeks. These carpet squares have been baking out in this. But I don't want to take any chances, so I want to do my due diligence. So I'm going to use bleach and shit, and to do one final scrub over these little black spots of black mold. And yeah, that'll take me about an hour and a half just to clean 4 or 5 carpet squares. Then I gotta fucking cut them to fit and tack them down. So I don't know. I mean, we're looking at probably a 2-hour job, 2.5-hour job. to finish the carpet. And I'm not looking forward to it at all. It's not, plus it's hot. If it wasn't hot, I wouldn't mind it so much, but I've been having trouble getting up early in the mornings lately. And early in the morning is ideal. Get up early, get out there before it's hot, and just do, clean the carpet, blah, blah, blah. So anyway. In the meantime, all them U.S. tax dollars that keep going to Israel, boys, we got to do something about this. We got to do something about this, boys. Right? All right, we'll see you later.